I've said it before and I'll say it again. Mess with the best, lose like the rest.
Some genuinely exciting updates for the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection during TGS 2022. But first, to go over the announcement trailer that was released a few months ago, you can pick up all the games in a 2-part collection, coming with standard features, image galleries, music player, and screen filter options. Interestingly, you may notice the Mega Man NT Warrior English voice actor, Andrew Francis,
Yeah, baby! I can't wait to use this thing.
who they brought back for a single line at the end,
Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
which may seem odd. And on top of that, just to add all this weirdness, the last caption of the trailer reads, "No matter what, we're always connected." The really vague wording there, right? And maybe it's just a whatever promo lingo, whatever, right? Well, in Capcom's TGS presentation, we learned that there would be a 3D model of Mega Man.exe voiced by Andrew Francis and will act as the player's NetNavi on the title screen, which already is a lot more effort than they've put in any of the other Legacy collections. However, to add to that, it will also react to your play and control style, as it says in the caption below. And that already is like, okay, what does that even mean? I'm wondering how in-depth that function will really be. Again, its existence is still light years ahead of anything they do in the other collections, but it would be funny, let's say, if it trashed the player when you're not doing too well. Man, what was that performance? Look, just turn off the game if you're not going to take this serious, loser. There's no way. It probably won't do that. I'm going to take a huge guess there. I'm going to bet on that. But, most likely, I'm just thinking here, it will be unintentionally condescending, like if you're not doing too well. Like it might go like, "Have you tried the tutorial? You use the D-pad to move and the B button to shoot." Moving on to the line mentioned at the end of the previous trailer. As a lot of fans were speculating during the months what this was alluding to, and we had answers here. There will be online battles and chip trading for every game in the series. This is absolutely wild. Looking forward to seeing if they also add challenges, also like in the original Legacy Collection games. So just tons of fun to be had here. I'm really glad Capcom's gone through with these Legacy Collections. I didn't know how I felt about them like early on when they started releasing the original Legacy Collections. I was like, oh, 2-parter set. I just wait for them to go on sale or something like that. But you know what? I think they've been worth it for people who maybe had an interest in Mega Man but never got around to playing, specific titles. It feels like I've only ever played like half of every series of games. Like, speaking of the original series, I probably only ever played the first 3 and Mega Man and Bass. And Mega Man Bass was the one I played the most, unfortunately. Then the Legacy Collection came out and I had a chance to play all 9 of the games. I love them all. Same with the X series. I only ever played maybe like the first 2 or so games, and then I got a chance to experience all of them. Some great, some not so much. And then the Zero games, which the GBA was like my favorite console, so I definitely played the Zero games a lot. Like, at least the first 3, those are cherished memories of mine. Picking them up on Steam was great, and I got to play the 4th one, and also the ZX game. And that leads me to another thing I'm kind of sad to see. They didn't include the Star Force games, and no announcements on the Star Force games ever getting added to the collection. I never played them. It would be interesting to see them come around. I mean, I know they put 999, which is also a DS game, onto Steam. Maybe it's just a little bit more difficult based on the combat. It's not as easy to bring to other consoles. It sucks that maybe there's just certain games on DS and 3DS that are just pretty much set in the 3DS, DS prison, and they'll never be able to be experienced elsewhere. Also, speaking about Mega Man Battle Network, I also have fond memories of those. Like, the 3rd game is like the one I played the most. I played it in a weird sequence because I started off with 3, then played 1, then played that Chip Challenge tournament game, which I thought was just a Mega Man Battle Network game, but it played nothing like them. And then I think I skipped to 4 and only maybe played the opening hour of the 2nd game. I played a little bit of Mega Man Battle Network Transmission that came out for the GameCube. So it's just all over the place. It'd be nice to have them all in a collection, play them all in a sequence from beginning to end. Yeah, it's great. Nothing to complain about there. Well, having them come out in a 2-part collection, considering their Game Boy Advance games, and now you're going to separate like the first 3 and the last 3, and I'm wondering how much the pricing is going to be. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about is like, okay, well, let's see what the pricing is going to be like when this comes out. I'm definitely going to pick them up eventually and give them a shot. And lastly to mention, and I can't wait for the online, I'm really hoping it picks up. It seems kind of odd that Mega Man Battle Network, like Capcom never tried to do anything with that series as far as like maybe like a phone game, because we've seen Pokemon, we've seen Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, what else was there? I saw even Disgaea had its own phone game, and Dragon Quest as well. So it's so funny that they never even attempted to do that style of mobile game. And, you still have the online component there. Really looking forward to if this means anything new for the series. The fact that they're pushing so hard for a collection of old games from like over 17 years ago, over 20 years ago, maybe, something like that. So it seems wild that they would be pushing so hard. I'm hoping they're trying to revive this series. Seems like they're aiming that direction. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe I want to read too much into it, damn it. But lastly to mention, it's coming out on PS4, Switch, and PC sometime in 2023. We don't have a specific date. Hopefully it's Q1, that January to March period. That'd be a great time for it to come out because I want it as soon as possible. But that's all for now.